Welcome today to Judy's Mind Body. We're going to do some fun things, and you'll need right away a stool or a chair to work with on weight shifting and water nearby that you can grab when you need it. Okay, we're going to begin with some work on the stool, just coming up and down. So if you have one nearby or a chair, just place your hands on it, come up to the balls of the feet. Exhale down through the center and then raise the toes in front. So in a forward back weight shift, it's a lot like a rocking chair. You rock back and your toes come up. You rock forward and your heels come up. And you want to get that feeling for our rocking motion, which we'll do when we get to the first move in Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements in one pose, rocking motion. So this is a good warm up for it. You could also use another surface. For example, if you have a side wall here with a shelf, you could just hold on to it and come up to the balls of the feet, go back towards the heels. Or you can do it against the wall like this. Bracing yourself, of course. So that's a really good warm up. And then we're going to go from that right away to figuring out our forward back weight shift before we start our full Qigong practice. So coming to the side of your stool, shift down. Now release your weight towards the stool. This makes this leg become yan, or masculine legs. The knee is more bent here. And this leg is yin. It's soft and it's pliable here. It's just going to drop the heel forward. You're going to come forward and back. And when you have the stool there, you can just slide that hand across to brace yourself. And for some of us, as we get older, we need to make sure that we start safely. So this is really helpful, I think. You could add a inhale here. Aha, and then exhale back. And you could try that on the other side. So I like to think that we shift down into rider on horse position, which is with our feet in a V like this. So dropping down, shift across now. You're already weighted into this, both legs a little bit, but this leg more, the one that's near the chair. And pick up the other foot and drop the heel and just slide forward and back. And you can use the seat of the chair to anything you like to just brace yourself, touch lightly, whatever you want to do to make sure that you've got a nice forward back weight shift right away. As you come forward, that foot is going to come solidly into the floor, and then the back heel is going to lift back there. As you come back, as you glide through the middle, the toe will finally come up when you get to the back. So feel it come down now, and then feel it. The other heel lifts, and then come back, and now the front toe lifts, okay? And if you do these things slowly, you'll have much more inner awareness, and it'll help your practice. So traditionally, the Tai Chi walk has now followed. So if you drop down into your rider on horse with your thumbs on your hips here, feet in a V, place your hand on the chair, shift your weight towards it, release this heel, and now come forward. Release to walk, heel to toe, heel to toe, slowly down with the middle of the foot. And one more, heel to toe. And release any tension in the body. And now toe to heel on the opposite leg. And switch back and forth. It's a very slow walk you can do all across in your room after we finish class today. It's a good way to begin your day. And then we go to the other side. Ready? Let's ground first. Inhale to the heart. Exhale towards the ground. Shift with the awareness of that stool nearby towards the stool. Release your outside heel, which will be your left heel. and come forward with me. Maybe touch the seat of this stool and push off whatever you want to use for accessibility here. Just make sure that you're comfortable doing this, but do it as slowly as possible, heel to toe. And then going back, toe to heel, toe to heel, and glide through the center. And one more, and I think we're almost there now. Yes. And now relax. You might want to shake it out now. This is traditional Qigong, is to start that shake from the feet all the way up through the knees, through the hips, through the belly, through the upper body, to the hands, and to the shoulders, and all the way up. And now release. Yeah, Qigong is all about releasing your joints. And the next thing we will be doing is Qigong-related practice in slowness and breath connection, starting with triple burner. And I think we could have this stool nearby if you need it. So you can always grab it if you need it. And we're going to start right here. Find a comfortable length in your spine and stance in your feet, that you're solidly there. Like maybe even just feel that open stance there with the toes out. But you're really feeling the connection of the hips, bones, the knees, the ankles, and the heels. Ooh, jiggle a little bit there. Good, let's check it out again. Great. Triple burner. Coming through 3 energy centers: your head, your heart and lungs, and your abdomen. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down through your head. That's your third dantian. Your heart and lungs, that's your second, and your abdomen. And we do this particular warm-up 9 times. It's more just feeling how slowly we can go. The key principles of Qigong are all in this one simple move: slowness, circularity, moving from the center body, and feeling this deep, slow connection all the way up on the inhale and all the way down on the exhale, very slowly. And although we won't do maybe 9 today, we'll move from this into another move here, which is Buddha picks up the earth, which is just the opposite direction. We'll start up here above the shoulders on the inhale, and now slowly exhale down on your circle. When you reach the center body, inhale up, and then push up the world into the sky. Buddha picks up the earth. This time you start down here, you inhale here, and now you turn the palms the opposite way and move up towards the heavens, and then down towards the earth on your exhale. And enjoy it, it's fun. And we'll do one more of these, but I do recommend that when you're on your own, do 9. Beautiful. Okay, let's do 8 groundings. You're going to come into the heart. Inhale first from the abdomen. Exhale down to the abdomen. Now inhale up to the head. And exhale down to the abdomen. That's 2 groundings. And now above that to the trees, whatever palm trees are around, or your imagination. And now up higher above that to the sky, the clouds, and that's 4 long groundings. We wanted to do one more. We might go up like this. Bring one hand up. This is heaven and this is earth. And the other hand moves down, right? And feel that extension through this whole rib area. And now inhale, center, and start the palms moving down and up. Heaven and earth. Make it a long stretch, lengthening your spine and your breath. And now exhale, center. Inhale up and down. Let's make a noise with the lower hand. That's the exhale. Here is your inhale in the center. We're going to turn this into the accordion. Expand on your inhale. Contract on your exhale. Start using your Qigong breath, which is to open the nostrils, the mouth slightly, and to feel it in your belly. It's like a feeling that exhale and inhale is so complete. And you're expanding linearly, horizontally. Notice the difference that you feel in your body when you do that through your rib cage. And now add it to heaven and earth. Here's your inhale up. Here's your exhale down. Vertical connection, long spine, opening up the rib cage. And now the opposite way. Inhale first. Goes down the hand on the bottom. Heaven and earth, heaven and earth. And come back to the center. Yeah, I think I said have water nearby, but that's a good idea. We're working on breath and alignment. Okay, exhale down. Next, we will be doing the propeller, which is to bring your palms up first into cactus position, like that, or like this. And now turn it into propeller. So you're going to inhale to one side. This is a spinal twist. Your hip will move with you. Exhale back to the center. Inhale. And now we'll exhale to the other side. Inhale first. Spinal twist always starts with the inhale first and lengthening. And as you twist, then you exhale. Be a propeller. Now let's make the propeller go up a little higher. If that's comfortable for you, try it. If something doesn't work for you, modify it for your body, lower or higher. Whatever you need, you decide. And we'll bring it lower now. And now we're going to let it go. Shake it out. Let any tension go in the spine. And we're coming into picking up a feather and letting it go. So this is another one where you're shifting over to this side and the back heel is going to lift over here on this side, on your left leg. And your thumb and your forefinger are going to be together, like picking up a feather there. And then you're going to let it go slowly, exhaling, watching it go down the wall. And you might want to even shift back here a little bit to admire that beautiful painting you just did in the air. And flatten the palm on the exhale. Oh, that looks pretty good. Inhale up. You can really see your wall this way. Good. And now we'll go the opposite way. You ready? Make sure your feet are in a V, that you're comfortable here. And now pick up a feather on this side. Let the other heel lift up back here. Admire that feather up there and then turn it into a paintbrush and exhale, come down the wall. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more. And now shake it out. All over. Let it go. That's a really fun one. See, I like these beginning things because they turn us into a way of really working with the body by extending the spine and using the breath first so that when you put it all together, it works. Okay, now you're going to take your palms like this, bring them behind you, and the shoulder blades will come together here. And you kind of want that, and let this area of your fingers, the knuckles here, push them down towards the earth. So inhale first and push down there like that. That'll stabilize you as you do the owl. The owl starts here in the tree. It's early morning, and then looks over slowly to the right. Inhale first. And exhale to turn that head. Chin parallel to the floor, and inhale back to center. And look the other way. Inhale center, and then exhale slowly with that head as if it's turning on some kind of a thing that keeps your chin parallel to the earth. And one more to center and to the opposite side. The owl looks over and sees with fantastic vision to see if there's any mice way over there or way over there. And then it swoops down. So swoop it down. Swoop your arms there. Good. Shake it out. We're going to now come into some transition into aerobic, but still somewhat controlled moves. You're going to knock at the gates. This is more aerobic because it's moving faster and you won't be as aware of what you were just doing. So, but that's good because once you've warmed up these slow turns, it should work well. Knocking at the gates. You're going to knock at your tummy and at your buttocks at the same time because the forearm is moving across the abdomen. And as you turn and release that back foot to make this happen, you'll be tapping your buttocks ever so gently, relaxing all your joints as you move. Now you're going to come up to the lung points here. And then you can come above that to your shoulders. And then down one arm and up it again. And then down the inside of the arm and up it, across the chest, down this arm and up it, down again and up. Shake it out. Good. Now we're going to fold forward from the hips, flat back, halfway, and then release. Now you're just draping your body over, maybe outside of your toes, or maybe up higher, depending on what you're comfortable with. And you're going to come back up slowly, inhaling. And that will turn us into the fountain. We start up here. This is a Qigong move with your palms right up there like that. Out as if you just opened up to the sun to say, hello, world. And now come down, exhale. But as you come down, bring the palms, the backs of the palms together and fold forward from the hips and then round the back. Inhale back up again. On the inhale, slowly move. On the exhale, maybe sigh out. Inhale first. And let go. Inhale. The fountain. And exhale again. One more time here. Good. And now, instead of coming up the usual way, you can walk up your legs with your big palms open like giant claws. Good. And now we're going to turn that into tapping. Tapping down the body, hold forward from the hips, inside of the legs, tapping outside. Tapping brings chi to your skin, blood vessels. All of that is important. You can tap anywhere you like. I like the arms, inside of the arms, then down the body again, folding forward from the hips, inside the legs, tapping the toes, maybe the ankles, and coming back up. And when you come down, you don't have to keep your knees just straight. You can come down like this, fold forward and bend the knees. That'll make it much easier. Then come back up, and they'll automatically straighten on the inhale. Generally, when you come down, that's an exhale. When you come back up, that's an inhale. Okay, and let's let that go. And once we've done that, we need circling of the joints. So we'll start with the head and neck. The chin will come to the chest. You'll bring your right ear over here to this shoulder, and you'll come around, and then your left ear will move to the other shoulder on your circle. So hold your palms down, clasp the hands, and that will keep you from raising your shoulders too much. You want to breathe in the belly if you can. And now release the head. 3 circles here, very slowly, clasping the palms behind and down. Beautiful. Now you've got your chin back to your chest, right? Now you're going to bring your other ear, which would be your left ear, towards your shoulder and circle. And one more circle here. Come back to center and shake it out. Shoulders are next. Bringing your fingertips right inside the shoulders here. And then circling with the elbows and the fingers. You're inhaling up, back and down, and the shoulders are relaxing back. Here, shoulder blades just go, ah, that's so good. Let them go. Good, now we'll go the opposite direction. So now you're going to inhale from the back, up, and then drop the elbows down on the exhale. 2 more. Good, shake it out again. Arms in a T. And now this is a bigger movement for the shoulders because they're going to connect all the way to the fingers. So you're going to inhale forward and back, making circles, kind of like being on your back in beautiful, gentle water, not working too hard at this, but certainly there's some strength to hold up those elbows and the arms there. So don't work too hard at it. You can always bring it down slowly or whatever's good for your shoulders. And now circling in the opposite direction, forward, up, back, and down. And then this way, forward. Good, shake it out again. I believe in shakeouts. Good. And now we can come from that to swimming motions like the crawl stroke. So keeping your feet maybe out in a V here, that'll give you some stability to make sure that you're not falling over when you do this. And you can even create a nice crawl stroke as if you were swimming, releasing the back heels. And the knees are a little bit soft here. You want that softness. Good, now we're gonna do the backstroke. This is just simulating comfort here more than the actual swimming motions. Good, now the breaststroke. Start in the center, inhale here, and now you're gonna exhale out. Inhale. If you've ever done swimming in heavy surf in a lake, you know it takes some strength. Now there's no water here, but you can imagine how the air is helping you push through the water. So this is sort of like a crawl stroke or a breaststroke here through heavy surf. So you're exhaling here. You're inhaling here. And we can soften it. It doesn't have to be so aerobic, but a certain amount of that exertion is good for most of us who are sitting all the time. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our wrists, circling them, and just simply bring the elbows close to the body, but not touching, nothing tight, and then release the forearms and the wrists. Forward circles. And you can look at the fingers. Are they really making a circle? Is it going the same direction with both hands? And now back circles. And this is very good for the wrists. And we're working on all of our joints. So we need to next go to our fingers. Let's play the piano from over here. You can add your spinal twist a little bit. Just let the fingers go, like, oh, you're playing all the keys. And there's pianos are really weird. It's a diagonal, but it works. And come back to center. Round it, and we'll go the opposite way. Here's your piano is over here now. It's changed diagonals. Let those digits be really free. Make them all move. Or let them all move. It's a better verb. And shake it out. Let it go. Okay, now we move into hip circles and then knee circles, and we'll be at the Hatha Yoga possibilities for us. So hip circles, forward, side. Let's make it go to the right, back, and to the left. Forward, side, back, left. And we always need to do circles both directions. So now this time we're going to go forward, left, back, right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale forward. Exhale slowly back, and then come back to inhale and forward. You want to have your breath feel really comfortable with you before you start your Tai Chi. Good. And now we're going to start forward, and we're going to go left, back, right. Forward. And one more. And now kind of let it go. Any way you want to go, just when you make your circle, feel that you really do somehow touch all those points, the forward, side, back, and the other side. So that it's a full circle. Okay, and then the opposite direction. And this is really nice for the knees because you're using your ankles, you're using your hips. Everything is moving. It's also really good for the lower back. Good. Come back up, stand really tall. Take a deep breath in. Feet are together now. You're going to bend forward from the hips, flat back. Take hold of your knees and circle towards the right and back to the left and around all 4 points. And then coming forward, now we'll go the opposite direction, okay? Now you're going to go left, back, right, forward. Left, back, right, forward, okay? That way we've done both our circles and then take it the opposite direction. Clockwise and counterclockwise circles. Always really good to do with all your joints. Come down to your, touch your ankles now. Come back up. Open the hands. Come into Tadasana, the mountain pose, for a moment. And we're going to go to some couple of yoga things here. So I want us to come into inhaling up, coming down in prayer. Inhaling up and out. Full circle here. And now when you come up here to the top, bring the palms together and exhale down in prayer. All the way to your abdomen. Open it up again. Exhale down in prayer. Feel the exhale all the way down here to that point in your abdomen. And the inhale all the way up here and bring it down the spine. Beautiful. Good. And now we're going to do a really slow hatha yoga turn here, holding a bowl. Lengthen up through your spine. Inhale here and twist towards your right. On your exhale, and inhale slowly back to center, holding a bowl of fruit. And then exhale over here. Don't drop it. And inhale center. Inhale again and exhale back. To offer your fruit to someone back there and offer it back to center, to inhale again and take it across on the exhale. That's a spinal twist with bowl. And release. Let it go. Shake it out. I'd like to do something I started last week, which is the prayer twist with balance. So you're going to bring your hands here, come up to the balls of the feet, take a breath, and twist over towards your right. You're on the balls of the feet. The heels are lifted. It's a balance prayer pose. Inhale, center. And exhale the opposite way, towards your left. And you might be jittering down there. That's okay. It's a very good balance thing. If you ever have trouble, you can always come close to your stool and do the same thing. So you can do this. Come up to the balls of the feet. Half a prayer. Come this way. Come back. Come this way again. Come back. See, that's really good for the ball of the feet. And then you can come to the other side. Half a prayer. Come up to the balls of the feet. Half a prayer. Inhale. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Yeah, that may or may not be easy for you, but these are where you can use a stool just to help yourself with balance problems. It's not a problem, it's just a strengthening problem. Okay, so we're going to come back to the stool for a moment to do a 3-part breath. Your left hand will be on your heart, your right hand will be on your belly. Inhale, belly. Rib cage, upper chest. Let the collarbones rise. Exhale down. Feel the belly come in. Now inhale, expand it. All the way up to collarbones. And exhale slowly down. And one more 3-part breath. The 3 parts are the abdomen, the rib cage, and the upper chest. The exhale comes through all 3. And when you do that, actually, the effect is that the Ming Men, which is at your lower spine, right around your tailbone area, will come in when you come down. So inhale, expand up to the collarbones, and exhale down, and feel that area with your back hand. You can feel the breath move towards it. Yeah, the contraction moves to the Ming Men right back there. Inhale again. You can use your magic funnel breath here and then exhale down. Blow it out. And feel those 2 points connect. Back here at the Ming Men and right here at your tummy. So that's really good. When you're getting up out of a stool or a chair, you want to make sure that you connect yourself to the stool itself. Fold forward with the hips. Inhale, lengthen, and come up. Voila. And now we're back to Tadasana. Tadasana is the mountain pose. And it's basic to Qigong and to yoga. They both use it. They may not call it the same thing, but I like to think that we then can move from Tadasana into Tai Chi Chih. So beautiful job, you guys. Let's double ground that. as we come into Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and one pose. Release. Palms are forward. Feet are a little bit closer together. And we're going to start our rocking motion in a moment. But let's roll forward to the balls of the feet. Release the heels. Roll back. Release the toes. So in Tadasana, you can begin to feel what a rocking motion really should do. It should bring you through 3 points of the foot: the front, the middle, which we call the bubbling spring, and the back, where the toes will rise in front, but you've moved back to the heels. It's like a rocking chair. Rocking motion. And Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and one pose. We're moving right into it now. Tai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong. So easy and beautiful to connect this slowness, this circularity, the moving from the center, and the synchronicity when there's other people doing it with you. Nothing better. Feel the inhale forward, the opening of the chest, the exhale back, the movement that guides the hips forward on the inhale and back on the exhale. The heels lifting here on the inhale, the toes lifting here on the exhale. Connect it all because there's a figure 8 in here, the infinity symbol. You can do this 9, 27, 36, multiples of 9 are what we're after. We'll call that 6. We're going to go to 9. And so this is 9. Rocking motion comes to a graceful conclusion. Let's double ground it. Inhale it to the heart and move it down to the low dantian, which is your abdomen. And the energy will move to the floor. You're actually in resistance to gravity here on balls or globes of energy. And now we're coming to our first move that follows that rocking motion, and that's bird flaps its wings. Your feet will be in a V here, fairly close together with the heels, but not completely touching, probably. Inhale here, lengthen, and exhale to release the heels. 3 times. And on the third one, a wrist circle forward. And an inhale back slowly. 2 more cycles of 3. Bird flaps. And here's the wing part. There, just 1 circle. And there's 1 more cycle of bird flaps its wings. Notice the heels release as you move towards the front of the foot with your weight. And how on the third one, you come back here and inhale nicely to end the move with a graceful conclusion. Double ground it. Your middle dantian is your heart and lungs. Bring the energy there and sink it down slowly to the abdomen. Your primary dantian or first dantian. And let's bring it up higher to the head. Your third dantian or energy center. Notice how slowly your breath comes down when you go all the way up there. And come all the way up above that, just because we need to really stretch through the spine and use the breath And that will extend your relaxation response when you go that high on one exhale. And you're coming down on that exhale right now, all the way through to the abdomen. And then you're going to need to inhale. Let's bring it all the way up to the sky. And all the way down. And keep the spine long through all of it, so we don't collapse it. That way we strengthen the spine. Beautiful. Let it go. All right. Our first forward back weight shift. We looked at that with the stool before, but if you remember, this is a way you can really get it going, is to start with a side-to-side shift. So this knee bends, this knee straightens over here on your left side. When you move this way, this knee bends on your left side, and the right leg straightens without locking. You don't want to lock any of your joints. So just feel that. This is a good thing to do when you're waiting in the grocery line. Good. Now we're going to shift over here to the right. You're going to release your left heel. We'll do our first forward back weight shift around the platter. You're coming around a circle, perhaps in chest high water, coming right here around the sternum here, right there. Inhale, and as you exhale there. And notice how the platter starts outside that left foot and then turns all the way around to be outside the back foot. You just don't have to associate with that back foot because you're simply going forward and back. And the circle knows its own conclusions here. It doesn't take the whole body with it. So you don't have to do that. Just go forward and back. And let the circle of the hands be on its own. We'll say that's 5. We got to go to 9. Inhale forward, exhale back. And 2 more on your left side. Beautiful. Bring that leg in. Inhale to sink up through the earth and shift towards your left. Release your right heel and circle around the platter in chest high water. I love to think that that water is warm today while I bring my fingertips into it. And my heel of the hand is right on the water too. And the center of the palm is rounded because there's a Qigong point in each one that's connecting in energy to gravity, called polarity. Polar points between the palms and the earth. We'll call that 8, and 1 more will make this 9. Inhale here and sink it down. Optimally, you want to get to the point where you can do 9. It's just hard when I'm talking. Just stay with it completely, but this is it. Inhale here, pick up a ball of energy and let it go center, and exhale back. That's 2, 3. So you can count if you like, but it might get you frustrated because I do like to do more than 9. Three more. Good, good, that's great. Now bring the foot back. Single ground it between sides. Shift towards your left leg. This will allow this right leg to feel really loose. Drop the heel and use your around the platter on your right side. That's 2. 4, feel the inhale. Feel the levelness of the water. Feel the circularity. Big circle out there. Without ever totally straightening the elbows. 2 more. Last one of around the platter. And we'll double ground it. Inhale to the heart and exhale down here. And take it up to the head. Your highest dantian, and exhale all the way down through the 3. Beautiful. Now shift to your right. Bring your left heel forward around the platter variation. This is the variation, a ball of energy picked up at your left side and dropped center, right in the center of the circle that's opposite the heart. A small circle within a bigger circle, and there's your exhale. There's your inhale, here's your exhale. Feel the breath in the nostrils and in the throat and in your belly. This is great for the heart, great for the lungs, great for the spine, and great for the mind. And last one on your left side of around the platter variation. Bring that foot back in. Inhale to ground it. Shift it towards your left. Release your right heel. Around the platter variation, right side. 2 circles, one small one and a bigger one on the outside. Get a nice flow with it now. And feel the center of your foot as you move forward and back. Begin to get a glide. It's great for your balance and great for your focus and great for the connection of mind, body, and spirit. I think that's 4. Let's do all the way to 9. Three more. Last one. Beautiful. Inhale and sink it into the earth slowly. And double ground it. We move now into bass drum. Shift it towards your right, release your left, and inhale around the rim of your drum. And exhale back away from me. A nice forward shift, a nice back shift. You want to really engage your body and your mind in this. And now we find the breath starts to get softer. The connection gets to be understood by the body, and we're in a flow. Three more on your left. Notice how your elbows and your hips seem to move together. That the weight shift is in the same speed as your arms and the connection of your long spine with a string on the back of your skull, reaching up towards the heavens. Feel the length of your spine. And bring the foot back in on your left. Shift it through the earth singly. Bring it to the heart. and exhale it down. Shift towards your left. Release your right heel. Bass drum on the opposite side. Feel the leg going points. These points between the palms are talking to each other. They're going the same speed as the weight shift. Breathing in here. Be breathing out there. A long inhale and a long exhale. But very soft now. Everything seems to slow down right about this point in the practice. And last one of bass drum. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to take a moment to hydrate because we didn't hydrate after the Qigong. So I wanted to sequence it right in, but now it's a moment to hydrate. So please get your water. You don't have to sip it too fast or too slow. You want to really feel that you connect to your water and to your breath, because the breath is what is making you want to hydrate. Nice. Okay. So now we're coming to our next companion moves. And the first one is daughter on the mountaintop. And the other one is daughter in the valley. So you're going to shift to your right, release your left, and come to the top of two mountains, coming from mountain pose, actually. And exhale down. Forward shift, inhale. Back shift, exhale. Feel the left hand close to the heart as the palms come together and come apart here. They almost touch, and then the left hand comes behind the right. Three more on your left side of daughter on the mountaintop. It's just a beautiful shape of a heart here as the palms cross here with the left hand behind, and the energy moves down to the abdomen here. Open on the inhale, close down on the exhale. One more of daughter on the mountaintop, and notice how it's a shape of a heart. And sink it down, open it to ground, coming into rider on horse. Shift it over to the left. Start with your Tadasana mountain pose from yoga. Release your right heel and come up to the tops of the mountains and down through the central trail. Notice how your front foot here, your right foot, is coming right out from the hip, and your left foot is just coming out from the hip too, but it's in a 45-degree angle. That's really important. This is not a super wide shift, but it's enough so that the heels don't cross each other. You want to be balanced. Three more on this right side. Beautiful. Bring the foot back. Inhale to sink it into the earth and double ground it. Daughter on the mountaintop has another part, and this is daughter in the valley. Now you're starting on top of the mountains. Bring your left heel forward, and you're coming down into the valley here to go back up again. Inhale. The palms are very close together there, but not touching. So that's maximum polarity. The points talk to each other, these two Qigong points. Inhale it all the way up and then release over the mountains. See the view. The view is below you. You just came up that central trail and you're looking from the, yeah, it's just really amazing feeling of just, wow, you got to the top of the mountain and now you're going to go back down and come up again. And it makes a heart. Here's the center of the heart. Here's the outside of it. Two more. Last one of daughter in the valley on your left side. Let's single ground it here and bring it to the heart to double ground it. Daughter in the valley starts up here on top of the mountains. You drop your right heel now. You come down over the mountains and inhale through the central trail. And then release. Look at the valley below. Come up. Ah, you're at the top of the two mountains, and now enjoy your view. Three more. And last one of daughter in the valley. The companion moves of daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley come to a graceful conclusion. Double ground it. And we next come to another beautiful move, which is a side-to-side weight shift. Carry the ball to the side. We'll move over here to the right side. We go across this way 3 times. 3, and then come back. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so winding up, pick up your ball, release your left heel out, moving to the left now. And bring in the right heel. Carry the ball to the side. Wind up. Let the fingers and the wrists and the palms go. And it's a 3 times 3 move. Beautiful. Let it go. Now we're going to prepare to go to the opposite side. So we shift down. We pick up the ball of energy over here on your left side. We release the right heel and we move to the right. Side shifting. And the third one, we bring in the outside heel and sink. Wind up. Inhale. Release that heel, your right heel, and move to the right. And last one, moving to the right. Group of 3. Beautiful. Now we move back. Wind up to your right. Release your left. We're going to move to the left. Notice how soft your knees are. Your inhale lengthens the body. Your exhale brings you into a more of a crouch position, but without losing the connection to your spine here. Now inhale to lengthen. And last one. 3 times 3. Inhale and release. And double ground it. Push, pull, and pulling in the energy are next. Coming to center, releasing towards your right. Let your left heel come forward, and you're going to push and pull. Notice where the wrists turn and how the circle is forever. There's your exhale. Here's your inhale. It's soft, circular. You exhale out. You inhale back to the heart. The circle never stops. Giving and receiving energy is another way we talk about push, pull. Seven, 2 more. 8. Last one, 9. Or push, pull on your left side. Release the foot back, single grounding, shift towards your left and release your right heel. Whoosh, pull. Feel the exhale forward and the inhale back. Connect them all with your weight shift. You may feel some warmth in your palms and in your fingers. That's the chi. It's now moved through all your body, thousands of cells, to the external fingers and toes. So connect that in your mind. Last one on your left or on your right now. Push, pull. We exhale. Double ground it. And move to its companion move, which was originally this one, pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Now the palms face up. And you take in the energy. And it's a visualization. So think of some time you looked at the stars, or perhaps you are now, and you took energy from them for something special you intend to do, or that you need for yourself or your family and friends. I like to think right now that it's peace in our hearts and in our minds that we generate in community. A sense of kindness, generosity that we need to build between us all. Two more of pulling in energy from the farthest star in the universe with a visualization. This one will be really slow now. Bring the left foot back in. Inhale to ground it through the earth. Shift it towards your left, release your right heel, and start your circle on the opposite side. Bringing in something from the most distant star in the universe to your heart. Three more. Last one of pulling in the energy. Ground it into the earth. And double ground it. With the joy. It's such a beautiful move. And now we will hydrate once more because we're coming to the taffies, where we pull the palms apart between heavy air. So you need to have some water before you start that. The taffies are very special moves because you're coordinating this move across with the left hand underneath the elbow here and pulling the energy between the palms. Or the other hand, the hand underneath is the invite hand, so it invites you that way. But notice how without a weight shift, it's not quite the same. So if we add the weight shift, this is what we get. It pulls the palms apart. Basic taffy. Let's start here by just grounding it. We'll start in the center. Now bring your left hand under the right heel, elbow and your left heel out here and pull the taffy across. And notice how the knee bends over here and this one straightens. Bring in the straightened leg. And go the opposite way. The hand underneath is now your right hand. And as the hands pull apart, they do so with the weight shift. Notice how the sinking and rising happens in here. Here's a sinking, here's a rising on the inhale. Sinking. Stay there. And now pull the palms apart. And we'll do these until we feel we've gotten that sense of peace with this beautiful basic taffy. We'll come back now to the left. So left hand is under, pull the taffy between the palms. Inhale to sink and exhale there. Our next one is going to start with your right leg staying on the earth. This is anchor taffy. This is the first variation. Your left leg will come forward. You'll pull the taffy this way and release that back leg and ground it. And then you'll pull it to the side. And now your right leg is going to come forward. Your right hand will be underneath. Your back foot is still anchored now. And now it will let go to come in as the anchor as you move it to the side. Here it will come in. And continue. Other leg now is anchored and the front foot is now your right. And the palm underneath will be bringing you the invite hand towards the right. A couple more of these. Anchor taffy. Comes to a graceful conclusion, your first variation. Let's double ground it. And now we move to circles taffy, which is our second variation. And you'll be sinking and rising, making a circle. And on the third circle, you wind up and you pull the taffy towards your left. Your left hand's the invite hand. Sink. Inhale. We wind up and pull the taffy to the side. Inhale. Sink. Inhale, rise. Wind up. Right hand under, pull the taffy, inviting yourself to the side. And last one this time. Left hand under, pull it to the side. And bring the legs in together and exhale, and we'll double ground it. Coming back to rider on a horse to ground, okay? Gives you a little more grounding capacity here to have the feet like that. Good. Our last one here is the third variation. This is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Left hand under, left heel drops, right heel drops. And you have a beautiful feeling of coming across from the top of the arm down here, which is the heart protector move from Qigong. So feel how they don't touch each other, but there's energy there on the inside of that arm, all the way from the upper arm down through the hand. And it's moving with your weight shift in the bottom here. Heel comes down, goes to the toe. Heel comes down, go to the toe. And we'll finish that one. That's a beautiful and wonderfully energetic move. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. And now we move into our next move, which is going to be this one, bringing your left hand forward, your right hand under the hip. It's a pulley move. It's a little bit like our crawl stroke. Working the pulley from your left side. And we'll bring the foot in here and sink it through the earth and move to the other side. Your left hand will be underneath your hip bone here as your right hand moves forward. You're in a diagonal here. Working the pulley, right side. This is definitely a crawl stroke move, but it's pretty gentle. Notice how the crawl moves forward here, and then that hand moves underneath the hip. This is a great one to do in partners. And you're sliding the front heel, you're sliding the back ball of the foot. You want to always keep hip, knee, and ankle together on this so as not to torque anything. Working the pulley will come to a graceful conclusion. Inhale here and sink it through the earth. As we move into our final moves, light at the top of the head, light at the temple, feet in a V, sinking down. Come to the top of your head, possibly the crown of the head if you can get there. Elbows out to the side, and inhale and exhale. Exhale down. Inhale to let the light go of your thoughts, speech, and action. 3 times. And then circle the palms 6 to 9 times, facing each other. Hold the energy, sink and rise, and let it go. Light at the top of the head. Send it out into the world as your service of thought. Bringing your left hand above the right, come to your heart area. Inhale, sink it down through the central meridian. Light at the temples, or light at the temple. Sink and rise, feet in a V. Let it go. Hold it there at your temple. Circle all your thoughts, ideas, your creativity, right there, 6 to 9 times. Hold it. Inhale it and sink and rise 3 times. Let it go. Out into the world and back to your heart with the heart, hand your left on top. And then with your feet still in a V, we begin joyous breath. Let's double ground this first. And then inhale, big inhale here. Come to the balls of the feet 4 times out on your exhale. And last one, group of 4. Beautiful. Double ground it. Passing clouds, all things change. We stand in the middle while the clouds pass, not even following the mirror hand. Tai Chi Chih is a moving meditation. And when the clouds pass, we are still courageous, ready to move, and do good things. At least that's how I think of it. Enjoy it, move with it, relax with it, and let go. Passing clouds. All things change. Inhale and sink it into the earth and double ground it. And our last moves are the 6 healing sounds, which start with the heart. Ho! And move to the spleen. Hu! And move to the liver. Tsu! And move to the lungs. Sh! And moves to the triple heater. Shi! And moves lastly to the kidneys. Tree. Okay, with me? Tsu. Sh. Chi. Chi. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Shi. Shi. Chi. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Shi. Shi. 5 trees. Tree. Turn the palms upside down. Tree. Heel step. Tree. 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 Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. Everything changes. And bringing yourself into cosmic consciousness pose with your left heel at your right ankle bone. Inhale up in a big circle and bring your left hand closer to the heart than the right. Even out the elbows and feel your cosmic consciousness pose. Look through the window of eternity and over it. Interlace the fingers together, bring them overhead in gratitude for thousands of years of Qigong and 6 centuries of Tai Chi. And the work of Wenshan Wang, the teacher of Justin Stone and Justin Stone himself, for Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and 1 pose. What a beautiful practice. What a gift. Thank you for your practice today, and I hope to see you next week at this time.